Good morning. Today's the 25th of May. So I've just used the manhole to get rid of a lot of the waste from the dogs. So it's nice and clean for them to rest in the sun. So we've got Nina over here, possibly the one responsible for that. Always the usual suspect.
I think just living day to day is starting to feel like modern exercise.
And then we've got
Sometimes
Keisha.
the less life expectancy I feel in myself, i.e.
Got Draco.
hunger sensations, the more
And then we've
exaggerated
got
my
Big
claim
Mom over
management
there,
feels.
just because she
On the
likes her
other hand,
privacy.
Sometimes when I feel like I've got a long life expectancy, my claim feels like a cancer
But
I
yes,
have to overcome,
Big Mom,
or it will repeatedly depress me.
Big Son.
I don't run on very much energy, so I think the basics of exercise is enough for me to consider I'm experiencing tiredness immediately. When I go to sleep every single night, I feel like I'm an exhausted track star just without the shoes and the track to run on. I feel a lot of fatigue whenever I'm moving around, but I must continue as if I'm a lonely working farmer. If an unfamiliar stranger talks to me about something unrelated to me, I immediately feel a shorter attention
So
span.
she's the spoiled brat.
And again.
That's the dad.
Every 12th of June of every year,
That's the
leaving me
grandma
with
over
the
there.
same hollowing hollification experience. I'm now nothing but an empty shell of what I used to be, leading to confusion and certain
Then we've got Mummy
miscommunication.
over there.
I try counter and make positive conversation referring to anything relatable to topic, but it usually gets awkward and I feel desperate to
So
remember
this is
how I
pretty
end up
much
in
what
that
I
moment
do
of
on a
public
Sunday.
exposure.
A lot of
People in
cleaning
public
up,
figuratively unwrap me and I go
feeding
home,
dogs,
recollect and
giving
rewrap
them a
myself. Walking out of my front door can feel sometimes astronomical, and returning home can feel bombarding. I'm too tired to eat. I have lost so much appetite it's truly difficult to walk straight.
Still got to get rid of a lot of junk over here.
I feel dizzy more often, and in my left eye experience striking sparkle streaks of beams, fireworks. I sit or lay down more often now.
Had this for quite some time, just been a bit of a struggle getting rid of it.
I know I should, could, and would be doing something productive, but ultimately I sense so much exhaustion. I find myself having uncomfortable, unwanted conversations with strangers for the sake of not exposing my blatant fatigue, primarily when I'm out in public. Very often strangers talk to me, which I'm never able to assimilate the situation, as I'm usually trying my best effort to avoid conflict and get home safe. I forget that I'm fatigued, so trying to behave normal makes me feel worse. A lot of the time I feel too tired to talk to people in my social life. The only thing that's been blocking me from having some game confidence is fatigue. I feel like I can be very functional and proactive, but fatigue prevents me from laughing, shouting, crying. Shock. I am so tired of being alone, cleaning poop, feeding dogs, and upkeeping property. I truly feel like I'm at the end of the road on remembrance in why and what I believe in. I'm unaware on why I feel disappointed in my strength and stamina. I am getting less done in my life no matter how much more I try stretch my potential. Yes. My movement, hearing, sensory and memory process are all dressed in fatigue. I don't have an explanation to who, what, where, why and when, but fatigue has grown into a 9-year embodiment I guess I subconsciously recognize as Kareem.
Hi, I'm Keisha and I'm 2 years old. I've been abandoned by several of my masters since birth. I was only created to breed for litter. Fortunately, I was born right now. I get to live life stress-free.
This is how I got this far, accepting something that's unregistered within myself, which is near impossible. Fatigue became the residual of all my unconscious injuries. I'm always tired. People got tired of me saying the word pain. It's very painful when people give me the expression that they're tired of me.
Hi. I'm Nina and I'm 3 years old. I've been abandoned by my owner because of my misbehavior. I was only created to fight. But, fortunately, I'm now with a family I get to spend every single day with. Whoopty.
The best thing I'm feeling right now is I'm alive. Feeling all Frankenstein in my mirror. Trying to find the handsomeness in myself. There's not much of a chance to skip some parts in life I've learned. There's personal experiences I can't get off my mind. Unless I eject them correctly. There's a side of life that's just dark, and from when I first experienced it I've not been able to let go of it. I'm not more or less suicidal. I accepted silence. No true recollection. No pain threshold, no inner voice. I got tired of people making me feel high expectated. I can't hear my thoughts clearly. I'm confident to get over this part of darkness in my life with some continued help. As time goes by I become more of what I became in 2016, victim. I don't look very much like it. I hope. But I talk completely like a walking brain injury. I don't think there's a human being out there that would have accepted having a good night's sleep then waking up one day to realize that from that day, their life will slowly fold with natural understanding, no reasoning. No normal person could accept to live a lie so fast. Initial instinct is live a truth given the opportunity. When that becomes impossible and the alternative is unacceptable, then there's a conundrum. I don't think I've ever had my heart broken, but since 2016, my heart's become so dense and beats so slow. I feel a magnitude of immense emotions sometimes. Over the years I politely conversated with women I've found to be attractive. I've painfully watched romantic moments turn sour quick because of my stupidity/childishness. I'm still having more of these moments where I run out of words before I start. I guess on public walks I avoid eye contact a lot. As a guy I know I would have not been able to adapt to random experiences if not for my dogs. I'm always one push away from a meltdown, so my dogs keep me grounded. They are every part of my extension to defense and protect. My shield for the outer world beyond my doorstep. There's an unknown motor driver outside, which is my equivalent of the big bad wolf from Red Riding. The more gradually I overcome this road traffic accident tragedy, I acknowledge fear in me. From how much intent of rage had original hit me, though I still cannot register. I am suicide-proof. The thought of it cannot cross my mind. My companions give me virtue to go out and hunt. I feel less like prey when I'm surrounded by my company. In another reality where I didn't have my dogs since the COVID isolation, I couldn't imagine it. The amount of hollowness, ness I feel would have swallowed me up.
Hi. I'm Draco and I'm 4 years old. I don't know what the fuss is. The guy giving me a bone is my master. I was curious to know where the party was at. Mom's over there. My bitch behind me. My infant offspring in front of me. I'm Mufasa right now.
If not for my dog weight for weight pulling and pushing me. Growing together with a pact code. Right now I have a fantasy of cooking on an outdoor barbecue in my garden. With a hammock somewhere in the back. Rocking on almost zero gravity. My chest freezer full of food. And I think that's it. I believe it's the glass ceiling effect. For almost a year I've had this mental block. Which feels incompletable. I've got many answers for why I can't do it. And one answer to why I can do it. I want to do it. There's other lifestyle factors that have been affected by my decision into being stunted in fantasy and imagination. Reality can be cruel. What's real cruel are the people that believe money figures can hush a money-broken figure. I want my minutes, hours, and days back. For all the silent moments, I meditated in frustration.
Hi, I'm Candy and I'm 6 years old. I'm sorry people. I get a little PTSD. I was left alone in this garden to die. You feel me? I couldn't believe it, T-Pain. You. Ah. I'm so happy. I'll do you if you fuck with me. I'm living the life. RIP DMX.